Hey guys, today amongst all of the terrible news that has been in the news cycle, I wanted to start this video on more of a high note by releasing our encapsulated friends that we've had with us the past couple episodes. We have no more need for them, so they can finally go home to their friends and family. Be free, young ones. Go live out your dreams. Go pursue your aspirations. Go eat some delicious dirt. Yes, that makes me so happy. Welcome back, you malicious meatballs, to Zora 3. Today, now that we have the Forest Fire and Water Medallion, when we go to Kakariko Village, we're going to activate the Bongo Bongo and Sheet cutscene. At least I thought we would. Maybe I need to go through the other entrance. Alright, we have to enter through the main entrance, because obviously an arsonist wouldn't burn down the village if we entered through a side entrance. That makes no sense. Guys, what were you thinking? A recovery heart. Yay! I mean, honestly, we're probably not going to get very many good items, because realistically, the only good item left to receive is the Tycoon wallet. But in case you didn't know, we are just going for 100% now. We have everything we need to go and beat Ganon and beat the game. But since episode 3 got 5,000 likes, we're going for that 100% life, which means we got to go to some of these shops and buy the Skullsanity tokens. Was it spelled right? Something I haven't mentioned yet, at least I don't think I have, is if an item in the shop is spelled incorrectly, it means it's just a full item and it's not an actual item, and if you buy it, it'll freeze you. But I don't think we've seen any of those in this Let's Play yet, so I guess that's good? But I guess in reality, I'd rather get warm before I get frozen to death than it just being a surprise. You know, Zora's domain being frozen over like this seems like a huge missed opportunity. They could be using this place to be a gigantic refrigerator for all the food in Hyrule, just to keep everything fresh. But no, they're sleeping on it. They're not using this space for anything. Maybe the Hylians need me to come to their land and give them all these good ideas and be a visionary for their overworlds. I could do something like that. Alright, it is time for us to finally unthaw this gigantic fish stick. Or, I guess it'd be more of a fish lump, huh? I don't think he's skinny enough to be considered a stick. And he just seems to instantly regain cautiousness. It's insane. No wonder Walt Disney froze his body. He probably played Ocarina of Time and is like, what? That can work? No, you can't repay me like this. I saved your life. I guess he just passed the freezing on, right? Since he was frozen, he gets thawed and he just passes on the freeze. It's just the circle of, it's the water cycle. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is one of the most overly scratchy boys in the whole entire game. You come over to this rock and pull it up, and then bomb the rock that's underneath, you get a secret passage. And I really didn't know about this until the very first time I watched 100% Let's Play of Ocarina of Time. Like, what? Why is this huge secret passage here? Oh my gosh, there's invisible enemies too, I forgot about that. Doesn't matter too much though, we can see the arrows. For some reason, Navi's able to see invisible enemies. Like, does she have a built-in lens of truth vision? That would be cool if fairies are able to see all the things that are invisible. But up here should be another scratching ticket. Does it need to be nighttime? And if I play this sun song, is it going to teleport me back to the entrance? Alright, don't teleport me. No! Why do you gotta do that? Alright, we circulated all the way back around. So make it worth my while! Bombs. Yes! We filled our 2 missing bombs. I've never felt more fulfilled from a randomized item in my whole entire life. Oh, we have just a key sitting over here. Oh, poor key. It's probably really cold. Wait, damn, this thing is being all tilty. Just let me get up there. Come on, Link. What are you doing? Here, fine. We'll sink down and get this heart piece down here first. If that's even what it is. Getting so deep, the water pressure is getting so painful. Link's ears, they're popping like mad. Ah, his ears are popping like Cardi B pops her puss. Where does Jabu Jabu's compass? I guess he like pooped it out right before he died. Poor guy. I know you can somehow glitch into Jabu Jabu as an adult by standing on the edge of one of the ice blocks. Should I try to do that? It'd be so weird being adult Link inside of Jabu Jabu. Okay, so I looked at the method of glitching into Jabu Jabu as an adult, and it looks too complicated for me to do right now. I'm not really like kind of involved doing like some bomb glitches and some like pause menu stuff, and didn't look fun to me. I think like watching other people speedrun and do glitches and stuff is kind of cool, but for me, I personally don't find it very much fun. Oh, that's the 4th Gerudo Fortress key. I thought we already had it. I already marked it. Well, now we do have all 4, so now we can go save all the carpenters after this. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to learn some glitches, but at the same time, I don't know if I'd enjoy it. Because just the process of like learning it and just doing it over and over again isn't something that I enjoy doing. I'm not that type of person. I don't like grinding things and just becoming better at them by doing that. I like grinding art, I guess. I like practicing art. But practicing technique, I know it's hard to describe, but it just doesn't interest me that much. But I think that kind of goes along with the lines of I don't like sports too much either. Like I like playing sports like casually just for fun, but I don't like grinding sports and becoming the best at doing so. Like trying to practice methods and techniques and drills and all that. I know it's like really good for you and helps you become a much better person, but I don't know, maybe I'm just okay with the fact that I'm a pretty crappy person overall. I just come to accept this. So this is the Ice Cavern, although in 2019 it has a different meaning. This is the ICE Cavern, where the ICE officers are bringing the illegal immigrants and they're storing them inside. But it's probably better them being here than in the actual containment camps in Mexico, because at least it's cool. There's air conditioning here, natural air conditioning. I think like playing this game with Skullsanity turned on, or the randomizer rather, is so much more fun because it makes so many more items exciting to receive. Because originally you still had to collect all of these Skulltula tokens to get the prizes. Well, you had to collect at least 50 of them to get the 5 Spider House prizes, so you were still collecting a lot of Skulltula tokens. But now at least every single one is exciting. You know you're not going to get a token each time. Overall, I think this is the best way to play. It is a little bit longer because you have to go to a lot more locations, but I think it has a lot more of a puzzle element. So I feel like in the future, if I'm ever going to play randomizers again, I'm probably just going to do Skullsanity. So the main deterrent from doing that will be because you don't know where all the tokens are. But now that I know where they all are because of this playthrough, there's no reason for me not to. So let's equip the bow so we can choose some of these ice keys, because there's nothing more I hate than getting frozen by these assholes. This is the one dungeon I was always afraid to enter each room until I killed all the ice keys, just because getting frozen by them, it just pissed me off. And it also scared me, because I was just easily scared by everything in these games when I was younger. Like I felt like whenever Link got hurt, I felt like I was getting hurt too. Same with like Pikmin. Whenever one of my Pikmin would die, I would feel like so much more pain. But then as you get older, you just kind of don't care about any of that stuff anymore, and you're okay with Pikmin dying or Link getting hurt and dying. You're like, whatever, I got a fairy, doesn't matter. Just let him take all the hits. Woo! We didn't start the fire. Got 3 containers of blue fire, which looks really weird inside. No, I keep on getting frozen by these stationary enemies. Get out of here. They're not made of paper either. They're made of ice. Ice baby. Okay, map chest. Give us the goods. Give us that tycoon wallet. Give the people what they want. Give the people what they want. I say give the people what they want. Give the people what they want. Why are we getting so many explosives this episode? Goddamn. Also, speaking of the Skulltula locations and me memorizing where those are, I wanted to point out that I had a page, like a Google Doc of all the locations, and it was originally like 7 or 8 pages long, but now we are finally on the last page. There's less than a page left of Skulltulas for us to find, and after this episode, there's gonna be like 2, which is insane. And also last episode, getting those 4 Deku Scrubs inside of Ganon's castle. Gosh, I suck at this game so much, I'm sorry. But getting those last Deku Scrubs inside of Ganon's castle finished off the Skullsanity, so we've also officially found every Deku Scrub. So we're really on that final stretch. We're on the final couple of episodes. There's either going to be 1 or 2 episodes after this. Like, we are getting there. Don't cut me open, please, gigantic propeller spike. I would rather my guts not get frozen inside the ice cavern. That'd be really gross. Okay, can these stalactites chill for 2.5? They are out here just causing too much. They're out here causing me too much stress. And also, on the topic of sucking at video games, last episode's comment question was sort of related to being bad at video games, where I asked, when you were younger, what is like something that was just really, really hard for you to do in a video game as a kid, that you just would have to grind at and just suck at, that you're pretty good at now? And we got some pretty interesting examples. Another Hylian shield, cool. What's inside? Is there a Deku shield inside this one? What? Why are there 2 shields in here? The ice cavern has so much junk. Jesus. This first comment talked about being really bad at Minish Cap when they were younger because they couldn't speak English very well and it was really hard for them to figure out what to do. And that also just kind of goes beyond being able to speak English, but I feel like video games are harder as a kid just because lots of kids, we didn't read the dialogue very in depth or we didn't internalize it. We weren't very good at like problem solving in video games. And then also, I remember just being really annoyed as a kid whenever my friends would play games like Zelda, because they wouldn't read any of the dialogue. They would just like spam the A button and just like spam through all the dialogue, and they wouldn't read anything, and I would get so mad because I'm like, no, you have to actually read the things they're saying if you're gonna figure out what to do. So I didn't like backseat gaming people. I wanted to watch people like solve and figure out the puzzles and problems on their own. But yeah, that was probably one of the reasons why video games was so hard as a kid. It was just kind of the lack of paying attention to the things that were important, and you kind of gain those skills as you get older. Another common problem, which is highlighted in this comment, was in games like Paper Mario or other RPG games, avoiding enemies because you didn't want to fight enemies because like you were either too scared of them or just didn't want to spend the time, you just wanted to do other stuff. And because you would avoid all the enemies, you would end up becoming underleveled and you ended up not being able to beat the game at all just because you're avoiding. I'm getting frozen by every single keys in here individually. That is why I would go through and kill all the keys before I would do anything in these rooms. Stressing me out, man. And then the other biggest thing when you're younger playing video games, or even like as an adult and playing a game for your very first time, more bombs? They're another fool. I can't believe how many times we've been frozen in this room. But this is an example from when I was a kid. But in Majora's Mask, I had the same problem. For the first like few years of owning the game, I was never able to figure out how to get out of the Deku Scrub form. And the reason I personally in Majora's Mask was never able to get out of Clock Town was because whenever I got the bubble power up, I never realized I could pop Jim's balloon and start the hide and go seek mini game with the Deku bubbles. I didn't realize the bubbles were strong enough to pop the balloon. Like now that I've done it once before, it seems like common sense, but there's so many things that will happen in video games that you won't even realize are common sense. So you've seen it happen once by watching somebody else play the game or just by like experimenting for hours. Some other examples of this, which here's another comment pointing it out, is in Ocarina of Time, I had the same exact problem. I did not realize that you could go inside Jabu Jabu's stomach by putting a fish in front of his face and being inhaled. Once you've seen it happen once, you're like, oh, that's not too difficult. Figuring that out initially for the very first time can be quite a process, because some things don't seem like common sense. You don't realize the intentions or what the game designers wanted you to do, which is why game designers like kind of hold people's hand nowadays, which they kind of overcorrect in my opinion. It's because people would get stuck in games and they would just completely drop it because they would never figure out what to do, which is why puzzles have changed drastically in video games today. Some other examples of things like that is I saw another comment saying that in Wind Waker and the Earth Temple, they didn't realize that they could use fire arrows to burn the curtains and allow light into the rooms to shock the purple shoes. It's like one of those things where once you figure it out, it's not that difficult, but initially figuring out that the game allows you to do that in the first place can be difficult. And I'm sure there's a million examples of people having problems in video games from stuff like that. Like it's like the most abundant issue with game design, which is what game designers are trying to eliminate. But at the same time, try not to make their games too easy by eliminating all the difficult elements. You just gotta find that perfect balance overall. We are almost done with the ice cavern. So the nice thing about these mini dungeons is they don't take too long. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do next though. We still haven't done the Big Goron side quest. I cannot believe how many times I've been frozen in here. But the next like major thing we probably should do is the Big Goron trading side quest. We still haven't done that, which is gonna be like, that's like the last major thing for us to do that's really time consuming. But at the same time, I don't really want to do it because it's just so long and you only get one item. And I already know there's no good items in this game left. So we're going to do it and we're going to get something that's crap. Unless that's where the Tycoon wallet is, in which case then it'd be worth it. But if it's any other item, then it's really not worth it. But for that 100% grind, we're going to do it. And there was a few people complaining about us doing the whole 100% element for the randomizer, because most people don't do that. And the reason we're going to do it for today is, one, because we got all those likes in episode 3. But 2, I think it's good for this one playthrough to be also kind of a guide for people who are wanting to play these randomizers themselves. You can watch this playthrough and figure out where every single item is by watching it. Heart piece and another Deku shield. So here's where all the shields are. Like the ice cavern had them all. So there's only 4 heart pieces left for us to get our 20th heart. Oh, and before I leave, we just gotta point out that this is one of the coolest rooms ever. It'd be cool just to have a room like this in your house with this as like the wallpaper or as the walls. Realistically, this looks like the type of wall you would see inside a club. All sparkly and shiny and pretty. Clubs love to do that kind of stuff. Alright, so we're back in Kakariko Village, and we're finally going to start the Bigoran trading side quest. So let's bring out our Pocket Cuckoo, because we gotta wake up a very special lad with this Pocket Cuckoo inside this house right here. Which I don't think I've ever been into this house in the whole entire randomizer, because I've never needed to. My gosh, is she wearing all black? I think her outfit's just glitching out, or she just went to a funeral, one of the two. All people have hardships in their past that they would rather no one found out about. Look at the bearded man sleeping over there. I bet even someone like him has had his share of troubles in the past. Who is he? Oh no, he's still sleeping? Talon! Are you kidding me, dude? He just has to be like the least healthy man in all of Hyrule. Freaking deja vu hardcore. Did you save Malon? Oh, thanks. I'm going back to the ranch then. Yeehaw! Alright, we did it. Now I'm pretty sure the cuckoo is happy, so we have to go back to Anju. It's where that Anju is able to tell the happiness of a chicken. I don't really know how to read the happiness of animals. They're not very good at showing their emotions, but Anju's out here being a chicken whisperer. Oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable cuckoo if you're interested. His name is COJIRO, and it used to be my brother's cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but COJIRO has stopped crowing. Of course I want to keep COJIRO. Aw, he's so adorable. Freaking love COJIRO. You know, I said Eyeball Frog was perfect last episode. COJIRO is also perfect. Nothing wrong with him. And then also lots of people pointed out, obviously Ned is perfect as well from the fishing hole. I feel like that just went without saying, but lots of people called me out saying, you didn't mention that Ned's perfect, but like it's just one of those things where everybody just assumes Ned's perfect. You don't even gotta say it. Alright, so now we gotta find COJIRO a home. And I think the best owner for a blue chicken is some random degen in the woods who's probably addicted to meth. No response, he's sleeping. He's sleeping because of his meth addiction. Yay! Addiction's funny, right? No, addiction's never funny. Don't ever make a joke out of addiction, kids. Or else I will find you and give you 20 spankings on the face. COJIRO, why? Normally only a nice guy like me can tame you. Which means you must be a nice guy. You must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please! Deliver this stuff to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry. Alright, what is it? A mushroom. God, of course he's addicted to drugs. Freaking meth, shrooms. He's done everything. Alright, we have 3 minutes to take it to Kakariko Village, which is more than enough time. Now, it's not enough time if you don't know where this hag is, because I remember when I was younger, I had no idea to get to the hag shop because you have to kind of take the back way. But since I'm omniscient with my Ocarina of Time knowledge, I know exactly where it is. Except that's not true. My knowledge of this game is so freaking limited in comparison to other people. Because another option for Ocarina of Time, which I don't think I've ever really mentioned, is you can have glitches turned on to where the game logic expects you to know about all the game's glitches as well. So that is another option I could turn on. I don't think I'll ever do a series where I do that, because that would require me to learn all of the glitches in Ocarina of Time, which is really, really difficult. There's some really difficult stuff to do. But it's cool that there's even options out there for speedrunners who know how to play the games with glitches. So there's even stuff out there for them to have fun while they practice just their mechanics and movement. Okay, the fastest way would probably be to go around the river so we can have Epona when we leave here. So I'm pretty sure the next few things we're going to be doing are all time-based. Alright, Epona, you just chill out here. You pretty young thing. I'm gonna deliver some shrooms to an old lady. You know, it's just part of the job. It's really quiet. Everyone's still sleeping. Except for Angie. She's probably still playing with Cock. I think we gotta go through the potion shop, right? Wait, no, it's closed. How are we gonna get in? Oh, we can just push onto the roof. So this is the entrance to the hag shop. Such a random location. What a mysterious smell. You must have something. Of course I do. This lady reminds me of Yzma. Wait, is she petting a cat? I never realized there was cats in this game. That bum, he had to go into the forest, I see. Hey, give it to me now. Sure. Alright, after an amazing trip session, if you see that fool, give him this. It is the strongest medicine I have ever produced. However, this potion will not work on a monster. Odd potion. This looks just like, looks like dabs. Get the nectar collector. They say that there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true. But is this really a cat? How come I've never noticed this cat? Oh my god, it's like a baby tiger. What the heck? Since when? Lady. Can I have your pet cat? I'll give you a horse. No? No, she's a crazy cat lady, I guess. Which is what I'm gonna grow up to be. I'm gonna be a crazy cat lady when I grow up too. Like a 90% chance. Alright, crazy old man. I got your medicine. Wait, where'd he go? What the heck? What? Why is Jojo Siwa in his place? That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into the forest will be lost. Everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody. Stalfos. So he's not here anymore. I mean, I didn't become one. Why did he? I'm gonna guess he was already malnourished enough to be a Stalfos. He pretty much was like skin and bones already. Just get rid of the skin and he's a Stalfos. That medicine is made of forest mushrooms. Give it back. That's like the weirdest exchange ever. You returned the odd potion and got the poacher saw. The young punk guy must have left this behind. Heh. Are you going to be too? Heh. If I was to turn into any enemy, I'd want to become a tech type. Victory screech! Alright, so this is the guy that we need to bring the poacher saw to, but since we're in this area and we have all 4 Gerudo keys, let's go ahead and save the 4 gate carpenters real fast because they've been in jail long enough. Alright. What's up, bub? Did you come out here to save me? Oh, that's just swell. I'm COJIRO, the carpenter. We were really interested in joining their all-female group, but they locked us up like this just because we're men. Freaking, it's weird how these guys most likely are gay. Like, I don't call them the gay carpenters just for the heck of it. They actually, like, why would guys want to join an all-female group? Probably because they feel like girls and they want to become like the girls. They just feel like they connect with them better. And just the way they dress, the way that their, like, vest is open, they're showing off their chest. You know, they're trying to freak a little bit. Alright, this is boy number 2. His name is Jiro. He called me a cute kid. See? Told you. There's so many points of evidence. But I guess nobody was ever challenging me whenever I called them gay carpenters. Everybody was just like, yeah. Thanks, boy. You're fantastic. I'm Saboru. Is this like the Boru's sister? Have you seen our boss boy? He's probably worried about me. Have to get back immediately. I think that's funny how oblivious these girls are to arrows. You can shoot an arrow right in front of their face and they still have no idea what's happening. Game AI. You gotta love it. Alright, last man with the fancy pants. What's your name? I was afraid you were gonna forget about me. Now I'm free, thanks. I'm Shiro the carpenter. I feel like we already met Shiro. For rescuing me, I'll tell you something interesting about the desert that I overheard the Gerudos talking about. They said in order to cross the haunted wasteland, you'll need the Eye of Truth. Thank you. His hair reminds me of the Twin Peaks. Are we gonna get the GTG key now? I forget if I randomized this or not. Okay, no, I did not randomize that. I kind of wish I did, honestly. I don't know why I didn't. But anyways, now that we have that, we have officially filled up the top half of the tracker. I mean, although not all the heart pieces, but everything is colored now, apart from a couple like maps and compasses down at the bottom. Feels good. Progress. From now on, you're free to come and go as you please through the gate into the desert. You'll find the spirit temple where the Exalted Memorial lives out there in the desert. Wait, she lives out there? Well, I guess now that we're a free man, can I slice them anymore? No. So sad. From now on, you're free to come and go as you please through the gate into the desert. Did they all just tell me the same thing? Do these women not have any personality? It's like the weird thing is like becoming a part of an army or going through like say military training. Is the process of going through that, do they try to strip the people of their individuality to try to make them feel like more of a unit? That's like one of the reasons why I feel like I could never go to like the military or something. I feel like I'm like kind of too self-expressive and have too much individualism that if I went to an army, I feel like I would feel like I'm being suppressed too much. I don't know exactly how they do that, but I feel like that's probably something they do right. Or does the army encourage creativity and individualism? This doesn't seem like something that the army would do, but I can't speak from experience. Does anybody watching these videos have any experience of joining the military? I know there's a few, because I know some people have left comments saying that they like to watch it while they're like on active duty and stuff, which is really neat. Even people who are in the military, like Ocarina of Time, we're everywhere. And we're going to keep on growing in numbers. The more Zelda videos we make, the more Ocarina of Time fans we can potentially find. That is the goal. Alright, time to sneak through the desert. We should probably go visit the Magic Carpet Man real fast, because I don't... Are his items randomized in Shop Sanity? I honestly have no idea. All the hippies. We have like... This is like the episode of drug references. This guy has to be on quite a few. It's a knee slapper. Welcome! Did he really just say welcome as well? Come? I can't. I am selling stuff strange and rare from all over the world to everybody. Today's special is a dangerous running object. Terrifying. I won't tell you what it is until I see the money. Should we buy it? For 200 rupees? I know he still says bomb shoes, but I don't know if it's randomized on this. Heck, let's do it. Might as well. Oh, we did just get bomb shoes. That wasn't randomized. Thank you very much. No, I don't. That was a lot of rupees. I should have made a save state. But at the same time, I shouldn't have because I haven't been using save states for the series. We gotta deal with our consequences, right? Alright, so we gotta follow the poles through here. We really need to go through the desert because there is, well, I know there's a Skulltula, but I think there's also a treasure chest. There should be 2 items through here. Freaking poor Link. How much sand is he getting in his eyes? I've never been in a sandstorm, but I'm pretty sure it's not too fun. Unless it's a Darude sandstorm. Those are the best. Okay, made it. Let's go into this random passageway in the middle of a desert. Not sure how much I trust it, but, you know, give it a chance. Alright, it's time to refill the wallet after making the worst trade deal in the history of ever. 200 rupees for bomb shoes. You know he's overpricing his items just because he's trying to make some extra money to fuel his drug addiction. Damn hippies. At least they're spreading love, right? Gosh. Alright, this was a kind of pointless stop. Alright, returning to the Spirit Temple real quick because now we can hit this rusty switch. Don't even know what it does. Really, does it just open that door? Did I come here for no reason? Alright, this is just a door that leads to a shortcut that will take us back to the main room. I guess we'll come back through here. Might as well. Alright, so you can just hit the switch and you get a platform that'll take us back to the first room. Wait, no. Okay, cool. Alright, so looking at my map real fast, I've noticed something a little bit problematic. If I pause the game, you can see that in areas where we have gotten all the Skulltula tokens, you see how the Skulltula tokens next to the name at the bottom? It says we haven't gotten all of them for the Haunted Wastelands, but I'm pretty sure I have. Unless, did I get the one on top of this pillar? I'm not sure if I'm missing one or like where it could be, but after getting the one in that one passageway earlier. I thought that that was the last one. Oh no, there's one right here. What? Didn't even know about this one. Holy crap. Okay, never mind. Problem solved. Fire temple key. That's every single key in the temple. It is. Damn. All right, the bridge is now fixed since we saved all the carpenters. It's looking so nice. I'm just going to assume that this bridge is singing the music in the background, the Gerudo theme, which is much better than the bridge that leads to Gaina's castle. That one's just singing some boring choir music. Not a fan. Not that choir music's boring, but just the one that leads to his castle is kind of boring because it's just Gaina's castle. It's just boring. You can't let him have this, okay? All right. Got the saw. Hey, that saw, it's mine. But I thought I left that saw with my old lady. Oh well. My big Goron tool broke, so I was going to Goron City to get it repaired. Your coming here is great timing. Will you give me my saw? Good kid, thanks. I'm sorry that I can't give you something as good in return, but take this anyway. The broken Big Goron sword. No. How could it be broken? How can we have the broken Big Goron sword when the real one's right here? We're possessing two items of the same. I guess there could be two of one item. That makes sense. Best shortcut ever. You can easily get to the very top of Death Mountain. If you don't have that bean though, it takes a bit longer. Don't even need the Goron tunic. We have so many hearts that we're resistant to fire for like 2 minutes. That's crazy. Damn. And this guy finished all the rocks on his plate. My brother opened a new store. It's Metagoron's blade store. However, I am better at making blades. Hylian carpenters praise me for my skills. I'm not lying. Well, can you fix this, you big buckaroo? The broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it, but because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated. Well, that's terrible luck. There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You'll find them from King Zora, but you go get my eye drops. Sure, what is this? Prescription? They have prescription in these day of age? That's pretty neat. I'm not sure how he got such a small piece of paper, but it's awesome. I feel for this guy, though. Having irritated eyes sucks. As I wear contacts, I have to go through like tons of eye irritation problems. Like my biggest life goal is to save up enough money to get LASIK eye surgery so I can just fix my eyesight and not have to deal with that crap anymore. Alright, coming back to King Zora. Oh, this is eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the Lake Laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil? Sure. What do you have? Eyeball frog! Yes! The epitome of perfection. Eyeball frog is a graceless creature. You guys are so lucky to even be able to see him right now on your television or computer, iPhone screens, or whatever you're watching on. Count your blessings, audience. You got to see Eyeball Frog today, and that should be something to be thankful for, okay? But yeah, King Zora is the main reason that we couldn't do the Big Goron side quest earlier, because if he's unthawed, then you're not able to get this frog from him, which I guess technically we could have got him unthawed a long time ago, because we found blue fire in a bottle, and we could have gotten an unthawed him then, but my stupid butt decided to dump the fire out since we really needed the bottle, since it was our first one, so we weren't able, so I didn't unthaw him then. But I should have waited and just unthawed him, so we could have done the Big Goron side quest a long time ago. Although I doubt it even has anything good in the first place. We're about to find out. One of the reasons I love the Big Goron trading side quests is it just involves so many of the side characters into like a side plot that isn't important whatsoever, but it just gives so much more meaning to all the characters in the game. To talk to him first? His teeth is touching my chest. That's gross. Well there, son, I'm researching the making of medicine by mixing Lake Hylian's water with various usual compounds. Yeah. Take the frog. Oh, I do say, oh wow! I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this ever since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Oh, such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. Sorry to burst your bubble, bro. These are for making Big Goron eye drops? So how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. Well, maybe you shouldn't have assumed in the first place, bitch. Okay, look at that back. This guy has a major hunchback. Everyone watching right now, check your posture. Are you watching this video with good posture? Or are you hunched over? You shouldn't hunch over and watch videos. It's bad for you. No bueno. But the eye drops, it looks just like this perfume my mom used to use. She used Angel perfume. I think that was her favorite brand. And the bottles look exactly the same. It's kind of crazy. I don't see this as eye drops. I see it as Angel perfume. So this is the longest timed task in the whole entire Trident side quest because you have to go all the way from Lake Hylia all the way to the top of Death Mountain without using any teleportation songs. So it's quite a long trek, but they still give you plenty of time to do so. We're making it in the nick of time. Also, since we're getting close to the end of this episode, I want to go ahead and ask today's comment question of the day. And today's comment question of the day, I decided at the end of every Let's Play I want to do, I want to have one of the comment questions of the day be flipped around, and I want to do a Q&A. So in the comment section below, ask me some questions, and in the next episode, I will answer them. And don't be afraid to ask anything. I'm a pretty open book, so ask whatever you guys are curious about, and I will give you guys my honest response. Oh, that drip is so satisfying. Goron stay dripping, drip drip. Wow! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently. A few days? All right, 3 days. Hello, son. Good morning. Morning, Big Goron. I hope you weren't just sleeping that whole entire time. I hope you were working on the sword. I'm pretty impatient. So we spent more time on this one item than any other item in the game. Apart from maybe the 50 Skullsanity token prize. Hopefully, it was worth it. The only item that could make it worth it is the Tycoon wallet, honestly. Oh, I have to show him the check. He doesn't trust us, I guess. Did you forget what we looked like? Okay. That's good. Because we did need a good rupee refill. And I think that is also the first time that we've received a huge rupee and been able to hold on to it. So that feels pretty amazing. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and call this an episode here. I believe next episode is going to be the finale because all we have left is the Gerudo Training Grounds and fighting Ganon. So thank you all so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, smash that thumbs up button. And I will see you guys next episode for the finale of Zelda 3. See you then.